G'day guys, Mike here. Welcome back to another episode of Renovating Rose Villa. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for not getting a video out sooner. We had a huge push to get ready for a valuation for a mortgage for this place, and we couldn't be bothered with, or not we couldn't be bothered, we didn't have the time to be fussing around with filming and getting a story together for you guys and all that kind of stuff. So what we've got is a compilation of all of the renovations we did to get ready for this valuation, and it was a lot of renovations. We did basically the whole house. It's not finished, but it's at a state where it looked complete. So I'll get in and I'll show you that, and they'll let you know what we got coming up next. So the next part in the big push to get the house ready for the valuation for the mortgage is the pantry. Now, you guys that have been watching me for a fair while might remember I started this pantry probably about 1.5 years ago, and since then it's become a bit of a storage unit. So I'll show you in there now. I've cleared everything out so that I can work in there, and I'm going to be doing some flushing. So I'll turn the camera around, and if we can get in, it's such a small area, it's hard to film, but I've got some more flushing to do. So I've got the corners to do. That corner's been done, but it needs a second coat. That corner needs another coat because it had quite a big gap at the top and it's all sunken in. So this one here needs doing, and the walls need all tidying up. There's all sorts of little lumps and bumps and holes and everything, and I'm not going to go crazy because it will keep it kind of authentic. We've got all our wiring in here now for NBN, and we've got power points there for charging points. So once I get the shelves in there, that can tidy that up. And I've got a wire here for the light switch. At the moment, the switch is on the outside. I'll show you what we're using at the moment. So at the moment, that's our light switch there. So I just threw that out when I sheeted the wall. So I'll get that sorted, and I can start putting the shelves in. Another job that I've done, spur of the moment type of thing, is I've made our hallway by the bathroom here behind me. I've put a wall there, and we've got a walk-in robe now off of our bedroom. So I believe that will help just to add another element to the house for the valuation. So I'll put up this stud wall, and I insulated it because we do leave the back door open for Lily to come in and out during the day, and we only close it sort of later at night, and the cold air does come in. So I've insulated that, so that will be good. This is all going out here. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm not sure how it's going to work because there'll need to be a footing that runs all the way through here. So that will have to be dug out and a footing put in because the floor joist will sit off of that. This bathroom area may need demolishing before I can go ahead and build too much. I'll stop this light switch from my light switch. I'll stop that from swinging. Yeah, I hope I can leave this bathroom area in place, and we've got the new toilet out there, which I built especially in that spot so that I could build around all of this utility type area. Now this area here, which is a mess, it'll get cleaned up and it actually comes up pretty good. This can be emptied out and we can have the washing machine in a little shed outside. So anyway, I'm getting off track. So that's another job I'm doing. So I'll take you down and I'll show you where the majority of the work is. Because I want this house to look like a finished house that someone could just move into, there's a lot of work I've had to do. So I'll just turn the camera around again and I'll show you in the hallway here. I've been doing a lot of flushing, getting this ready for paint. I've got a bit more work to do on the ceiling, but you can see that I've been pretty busy with all the flushing. So I can't do this corner here because of the electrical board and the cables. Obviously I've got a sheet that in that spot there. So yeah, so that's all okay. So then coming through to here, I've got all the flushing done out here that needed to be done. The entry is moving along. I won't show you too much of that at the moment. So yeah, everything's getting finished off, ready for paint. So that bit of cornice I'll put up. I won't bother putting cornice up on this wall. This wall here is eventually going to be removed and it's going to be pushed out. So I'm just going to leave that. I might give it a coat of paint. I've done the corner, so I can paint this and it can look like it was always like it. So yeah, we've got that whole wall there almost ready for paint. And then when we come into the dining room, which is our lounge room at the moment, I've got a bit of work to do in here. So I've got a bit more flushing to do here. I've got the fireplace to set permanently in position and fix that mantle back. That's not the mantle that we're going to be keeping, but I'm going to push that back and we might give it a lick of paint just to make it look good. So coming around here, this room's going to receive the majority of the work because this, yeah, I want the whole house to look as nice as possible. So obviously the flushing, I've got the eaves to put on around that set of pocket doors. This set of pocket doors here, these were the original eaves and rosette blocks there. That's coming off and I'm putting the other style that I've decided to go with. And then I want to paint all these doors because just by putting a bit of paint on and getting rid of that pine look, it just makes it look, you know, a lot more finished. Even if we don't get, I'm not going to get it wood grained, I know that, but if I can get them all undercoated and get the walls all painted white, I've actually got a heap of paint that I bought yesterday, which is this Glass House Mountain, which is this green colour, and I've got some more of this hog bristle that's at the top, so I can go through and do a fair bit of painting. So anyway, that's my sort of rundown of what I've been doing and what I am doing, and I'll continue to film. And hang on, let's turn this around so you can see what see me. So yeah, I'll continue to film as I'm doing stuff, but this is not a real, it's not my normal video where I'll show a whole project. I've got to get in, I've got to get the work done. I've got 3 days, today's Friday, so I've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll probably sometime next week be looking at getting this valuation done. So I've really only got this weekend, so I've got to just hammer into it, and I can't be worrying about cameras and all that. But when I think of it, or if I've got something really interesting, I'll put the GoPro on and I'll get some footage for you, and you can see it transform into basically a completed house, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see you soon.
So this is mine and Julie's idea of a great night together. A few drinks and painting the house. So yeah, we're listening to some music, having a great time, having some drinks and getting work done. That isn't the most exciting job, but we're working together and we're having fun. So yeah, it's always a good one, Julie. I love that bit, that's why I included it. So yeah, we're still working on the renos, obviously. We're going good. At this stage we had a long way to go with all the painting and everything, but we did it bit by bit, and it was gonna, whatever we got done was gonna be what we got done. So we just worked as hard as we could every minute that God gave us, and yeah, we ended up achieving a good amount. So stick around till the end, guys. I've got all the beauty shots at the end, and yeah, I think you'll be surprised what you see. So this was like a week and a half's work all up. So just painting the black so I can put the ceiling rows up here. So yeah, we did what we could. At the end of the day, that's all I can say. So I'll talk to you later in the video. Cheers.
So you're going pretty good here, guys. So I just thought I'd give you a quick little update. So we'll turn the camera around. So going good in the pantry here. Got the corners all done and second coated the joints, the horizontal joints. So just needs a skim over the edges to smooth it all off, and then she'll be ready for sanding and painting. So that's one of the accomplishments of the day. So another one, turn this around again. We're looking good in the hallway. Same thing, lots of flushing done. I've got to get up and do some work on the cornice, but today I'm just focusing on all the flushing and getting some more moulds on. So what I'm up to now is getting the eaves on these pocket doors. So I've got both those sets, and if I've got enough material, which I actually think I'm a bit short, I'll do that airlock door for the entry. So yeah, going good. Look at these corners, they're all looking nice. So, and that's just off the trowel, so we've got to just whiz over them with the sander. So they're looking really nice, and skim coated all of the edges in this part of the house. So yeah, really getting somewhere. So I'll continue on getting these eaves on. You can see what I've done to our lounge room. Ripped it apart. So no TV tonight, but that's okay. We've got work to do. So I'll get on with the work. What do you reckon? Shall we pull this door off?
Well, it might be easier, mightn't it?
It's got
Hang on, we've got
Phillips.
to move the table, yeah? Do you reckon? Or do you reckon we might be able to do it without?
No. What, this? Oh no, I think it'll be just easier. Don't you think? Because the door actually goes over the top of that.
We won't start in here though. We don't want to run out.
so what we're going to have to do
Yes.
is we'll rip up all of the vinyl,
Yes.
and then we'll start from here. Well, we'll patch up all those bits first.
Yep.
So we need to get contact glue and a shitty brush so that we can contact glue those bits along the edge. All along the edge here, we want to contact glue. I mean, I think we need to cut strips and put some nice strips of this stuff there. So cut out where it's all like jaggedy. And then we'll start from here and we'll work our way out. We'll go into there, then we can push that back in.
Yep.
And then we can just continue and sort of, we can probably lay out the bulk of it and then come back and do all the like the corners and everything afterwards.
Are you going to do a little border?
Do what?
Are you going to do a little border?
Well, I think it would be good. Are we going on
Have
the
we got-
45 or?
Have we got enough?
We got plenty. Yeah, it won't change how much we use.
Oh, do you want to do the border but then
Let's-
just have it all straight?
Well, let's get this up,
Okay.
glue those bits down, and then before we lay, we'll talk about what we're going to do.
Right.
So, I think this is ready now to pull up.
What do you need this for?
I was going to cut along that edge, but I don't need that now.
Right.
So,
Are we able to start pulling?
yeah,
We're
well,
going to do it like in one go.
So guys, I'm so disappointed. Julie and I, we did a whole heap of vlogs as we were going through this renovation, and I thought I'd put everything onto my computer, sorry, and I hadn't, so I deleted all of the vlogs, and Julie got on there and did a really great job. So I promise you, I'm warming her up to the idea of being on camera, and there should be some more of that coming. So yeah, you will see it, I promise. So this kitchen floor was a really exciting job, and we had on this floor, it took us 6 hours to do this floor, by the way. And it was on our knees, it was late at night. I think we finished at about midnight, and then I got up in the morning and did all the cut tiles, and about another hour in the morning and finished it off. But it was so exciting to get it done. I mean, this floor, I haven't seen this floor for years. That other flooring that was on top of that, my grandma had put that down a long time ago. And when we first moved into the house, Lily decided that a tiny little tear annoyed her when she walked on it, so she ripped it up. And then coming in the door, it was rubbing on the bottom of the door, so that folded it all up, and with my annoyance of that, I forced the door and I ripped it myself. And then all along that edge there, that's a patch, and we cut out all the peeling vinyl from that's filling up the bulk of the floor, and I added in that patch. So it was the same level, and it was glued down really nicely all the way along the edge. So then when we stuck these tiles down, there was no chance of them coming up with the force of the peeling vinyl underneath. So yeah, and now that we've been living with it for a few weeks, there's no sign of it. Sorry about Lily barking. It's busy hour over at the servo, and there's trucks and cars and everything coming, and it just gives her well, it doesn't give her the irrits, she gives me the irrits. She can't handle it. She's got to bark at it. What are you doing coming close to my house? So anyway, back to the tiles. These tiles are awesome. I would recommend them to anyone that is wanting to tidy up their kitchen or bathroom or laundry, whatever, those sorts of areas. I mean, you could put them anywhere. They've got quite a tough surface on them, and it's quite thick, so they will last quite a while. And we're cleaning the floor and making sure there's no dust, and we had washed the floor, we had mopped over it, and we didn't get that video unfortunately, but we did mop it, and then there was still dust, so we just stuck them all down. Sorry, I've also deleted some footage of the finished kitchen floor, but you can see it in the beauty shots at the end. So yeah, stick around to the end, which is coming up. I've got all the beauty shots of the finished job. So here I'm just cutting the masonite to go down in the pantry so that I can put the floor tiles down in there. So the floor in there had a lot of staples in it from the old masonite, which had vinyl stuck to it, and it was pretty terrible, so that had to come up. So one day when Julie was at work, I got stuck in and did this job, and had it as a bit of a surprise for her when she got home. It was a pretty quick job to get this, so you can see how quick it is. I mean, it took 5 hours because we were cleaning, or sorry, 6 hours, because we had to do all the cleaning, rip up the old vinyl, repair the patches and all that kind of stuff. But it's actually really quick. You've got to be a bit careful when you lay them down to get them corner to corner. But yeah, I mean, I like the effect. I like this effect of the black and white check. So far, the people that have come into the house and looked at it, no one's yet gone, wow, that looks great. We're waiting for that person to come. It's free drinks for them. So Marvin, if you're watching, you didn't like it, did you? But yeah, everyone likes their own thing, but we really like it, so we're happy with that. So just going around now marking the shelves, and we worked out we're going to have a big area at the bottom, and it's going to get smaller as it goes up, but most of them are going to be a foot or 300 mil in between, and that's just enough to get your cans and your packets in there that you can pick up and take them out easily. So here's the beauty shots. So you can see how nice that floor come up, and as you go up the cupboards there, we've added the cupboard on the left and the top mould, so that's really tidied up the kitchen. That is actually the same colour as the doors, it just is the way the light's catching it. I did have to have that join in the middle of that long section because I've made this out of just bits and pieces I had laying around. So some shelves in the kitchen, and it's a great spot for my tools. We did get some food in there eventually, but it was my tool spot for a little while. So going down the hallway, now we've got paint all the way down, and that airlock door there is on, painted, and all the eaves put on, so that came up really nice. Everyone's seen this, well, probably most of you have seen this little ceiling here that's nice and all finished off, the only bit. So you can see the whole vibe of the house now is beautiful. I didn't have a chance to do anything with the floors, so they've just been swept. The wainscoting, I didn't have enough time to do all that, so I've since started putting all of that around there. So, and the woodwork, we only managed to get this brown undercoat on there. So this is in the parlour. So we just got the green around there. Like I said, the wainscoting still needs to be done. And I didn't get anything done with the ceilings, but it looks tidy. It doesn't look like it's just been built. It looks like it got built a little while ago, and it's not finished. But it didn't really make any difference to the valuation at the end of the day. So I did go through and clean that floor, and I put a sealer over it, and it come up really nice, but this was just before that. And we did splash a bit of the white paint from the face of the door onto around there, but you know, this is all got to have finishing work done to it. Another beauty shot of the chandelier, I always love shooting that. Here's the outside of the door, so a little bit more painting to do. I've done the beading since before the valuation, so this is more of a recent shot. And look, I have wallpaper, and I was going to paint the green over the top of that wallpaper because it's embossed, but when we got it up there, we quite liked it. It still has a border to go on there, like a frame, a timber frame to go around it. Oh, I didn't realise I had two beauty shots of the chandelier. So just shooting back the other way for the airlock door. So I've got a bit of wood graining to do, as you can see, and a bit of lead light work to do, so that's going to keep me busy. So here's a section that I've put that I've done the wood graining to, and you can see how nicely that goes with the burgundy. So we're in the dining room here. We're actually using it as a lounge room, but it will be the dining room. So, and then the picture rail has only got the first coat still of the brown, so there's still quite a bit of work to do with beading around the panels in the doors. That's just a nice shot of the chair rail block. So you can see the vibe we're getting from it now. It's really cozy in that room. Just sitting in there watching TV at night with just one lamp on. It's beautiful. Just a different angle of the kitchen for you to see. Just see how different it looks to the... You might have to go back. You may not remember what it looked like before. And we removed all the alcohol bottles from up the top. Looks a little better. And the transition from the flooring, the stick-on tiles to the parquetry flooring, so that got a first coat of sealer on it, and look how beautiful that came up. It actually, the dark colour is from all the dirt that Lily ran in. When we mopped it, it kind of stained it, but I like that colour. I think it's come up really nice. So the whole hallway will look like that. Can't wait for that. So we're getting near the end now of the video. Just the last little bit out the back, that wall where I had the insulation, that's all been finished. Now Julie painted this whole back section by herself. She undercoated it and she top coated it with the yellow. She did all down into that rear entry area and in the toilet, painted all the iron. It's such a difference. I didn't get a chance to put the cornice up in this area, but it's all just a temporary area. So yeah, I gave Julie a huge pat on the back for this job. She's never painted before, so she did really well. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to sign off now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you on the next video.